What's happening, YouTube family? Back with you again on Monday. First of all, I want to apologize to everybody. I promised a Friday or Saturday live stream or even both. But as fate would have it, boy, things just didn't work out that way. I got caught up doing a lot of things, and it is what it is. So don't hold it against me. But in return, what I'm giving to you today is a Monday vibe. So the theme continues. I'm here in the zone working on the 63. The body work continues. You know, with this kind of stuff, you try to get it as good as possible. So, as you can see, there's a lot of dust here and there. So, been applying material and basically sanding it all back off, almost all of it, because you want to get this thing as smooth as possible, right? So that's where I'm at. And I just recently applied a little bit more before I started the stream. And yeah, so I'm gonna be setting you guys up on the stand. You'll be kind of a distance away, but you'll have some kind of view. Because it's getting kind of loud with the air compressor and all of that. I don't want to be on the stream to where you guys can't hear anything, or it's going to be like, too noisy. So it's gonna be like a semi-live. From time to time, you know, I'll turn the audio, turn the mic back on, and bring you guys over here and show you what's happening. But for right now, that's where we're at. We're working on the Red 63 project once again, in continuation of this little light body work on the passenger side lower quarter and what they call the dog leg there in front of the wheel. So knocking that out. I specify with color because you guys know we also have another 63 here. So been working on this one. Recently posted a clip of this one and all the damn acorns and the squirrel nests I found in it. So yeah, check that out if you haven't already. I started cleaning the seats up a little bit too. You might notice that, but I only did one half. Anyway, I digress. Yo, big up yourself, Luxor. Salute. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you, brother. You always show love when you have time, and I appreciate you for that. And same goes for my good friend, my sister in arms, Quirky Lily. You guys really mean a lot to me, so I just want to give a moment to big you up there. So yeah, thanks for being here. And like I said, this one is going to be more so a working stream because I'm getting some stuff done here. As you guys can see from all the dust on the ground and some of the tools in play. I'm trying to get to it, get this car situated. Fun fact, it's hot like fire today. It's like, let me take you over to the thermostat. This is shop temperature, and it usually runs a little bit cooler in here. But if you guys see that, it's like 84 degrees Fahrenheit and almost 76% humidity. So it's very hot. I'll pop outside real quick. You guys will be able to see the sun is shining brightly. Yeah, clear skies for the moment, but we're supposed to get some major storm or some big storms because we have a cold front coming in. So you know how that go when the hot and cold mix, thunder and lightning must commence. Yeah, but yeah, back to the main focus at hand. We'll jump back in the shop. And like I said, some of you guys may have missed it, but what I'm gonna be doing is just setting you guys up here on the stand. I may need to move it a little bit so you kind of get this view, and I'll be in the background there working. And look, another fun fact, as hot as it is, you see how I'm dressed? Man, I'm already sweating. I have on my damn flannel here because, as you guys may have noticed, I like to wear black t-shirts all the time. And you see all that dust, Bondo dust that's on the ground. I'm trying to keep all of that off of me, so I have to keep my hat on. For one, I'm a little self-conscious about my baldy locks, but also because I'm trying to keep the Bondo dust off of me. Yeah? So, yeah, it's a hot, sweaty job, but somebody's got to do it. So, with that said, guys, I'm about to jump on it. I also got a cold brew that I should have finished. So I may sip on that at the same time and try to keep the Bondo dust out of that. Man, where did I put the stand? Okay, I gotta take you guys into my secret office so I can grab the stand real quick. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Okay, so here we go. This is my little stand, guys. This is what I like to set the phone up on. And in this case, it's going on my tool cart. It's fairly junky right now. So I'm gonna try to set you guys up on that, and I'm gonna get to work. I'm gonna turn the mic off because you see the big compressor over there. It kicks on and it makes a terrible noise that you guys wouldn't enjoy. So for now, just stay tuned. Hang with me as long as you can. Don't forget to hit the like button. Yeah. And one other thing I want to go into while I have a couple of you guys on here, you may have noticed that I recently removed, let me focus back on me, right? And I look better than the junk in the background. Not being vain, but just keeping it real. So yeah, I did away with the channel membership for a couple of different reasons, but right now, with my core supporters and where I'm at, it doesn't really make sense. But I do want to let you guys know I really, 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 truly appreciate you guys who took the time to be my member while that option was there. That revenue, it did help and it means a lot to me. But right now I don't want to put you guys through that. I'm going to let the channel build and grow a little bit more. And when the time is right and some of the core demographic real car enthusiasts are here and the people who really want to see the what do you call it, outtakes and special members only content, when those kind of people are on board, then we'll kick it off again. So no hard feelings, okay, guys? Just know that that I just did that. And likewise, a lot of my memberships, the other channels, for the time being, I just backed off on all of that because, like a good friend gave me some advice back in the day, that sometimes when you join channels and you have that membership, there's a lot of unwritten rules and expectations where sometimes it can cause a little issue, right? Where some people really get upset if you're not in every stream or if you're not able to leave a comment here and there. So for the time being, we're just chilling, okay? But it's no love lost. You guys all really still mean a lot to me, and I'll still be there supporting you one way or another, okay? So, all right, I'm talking you guys to death. With all that said, nope, I gotta leave it this way. And let me try to find a good orientation. Okay, we're gonna try that. I don't know if it's close enough, but I have a feeling you guys will still see me in the distance. We'll start off like that for maybe the first 10 minutes or so, and I'll come back and check and see. And if it's not working out, I'll move things closer. Actually, to start with, I want to move things a little bit closer because it is kind of far. Damn pole is in the way. Hold on, guys. Hold on. They say if you're going to do something, try and do it right, you know? Yeah, this way you guys can at least see what the hell is going on. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to kill the mic now because I'm going to grab the DA sander and get to sanding. Bondo dust is going to be everywhere. For the safety people, don't get mad, right? I really should have on a respirator. And if you're doing this kind of work, put on your respirator or face mask so you're not ingesting all of the dust that comes from the sanding process and the Bondo. It's not really healthy for you. It can be a carcinogen, which for those who don't know, that means it can cause cancer, etc. I know better, but today I'm not going to do better because I don't have my respirator and all that stuff handy. But I'm just telling you anyway as a safety precaution in the event that you try this at home. Okay, so let me shut up and get to work. Thanks for being here, everybody. Yeah, I want to take a moment to do some talking. The compressor is loud, but we'll see if we can overcome it. So, should have showed you guys first, but with this kind of work, a lot of it has to do with your hands and the touch and feel of the work, right? So you guys may have noticed, there we go. You guys may have noticed I'm rubbing my hand over the area because you want to kind of blend from the metal to the filler, and you want to feel a nice smooth transition, right? You don't want to feel a high spot or a low spot. And those are things you can't really see with the eye, so you have to kind of use your hands and touch and feel. So that's kind of what it looks like sanded down. Now, by all means, that's not finished, but it's a very good start. Um, Now, when we go over here, you can see some of the filler, and this is dry, but this is how it lays out. And there's some areas that have already been sanded, but you can see like the darker brown spots are what I haven't sanded yet. So I just wanted to show you guys that. So if you've never done this before, you've never seen it done, at least you have some kind of clue of what's happening. And hitting it with an 80 grit sandpaper, which is aggressive to knock it down quickly. And it basically turns into all this dust you see here on the ground, right? So the idea is to use as little of this stuff as possible because nothing really beats the metal. And over time, this will fail. Like, this is not a be-all, end-all solution. The be-all, end-all is to cut out the bad metal and weld in replacement panels, and then just use, again, a real small amount of this to cover the weld lines or whatever. But in this case, you know, you can use it for this kind of situation where it's a slightly bigger job and use a little bit more of the Bondo. But again, purists and hardcore enthusiasts will say, don't do it this way. It's metal or nothing. But, yo, I'm just showing you how I do it, okay? And being as transparent as possible. This car doesn't have a lot of rust and really doesn't need a lot, but to me, it's the matter of getting it done now so I can enjoy the car next year, or keeping it in the shop and working on it as a perfectionist and trying to get it A1, you know, like it was day one. And that's not going to happen this time around for this particular car. All right, so once again, I'm talking you to death, but hopefully somebody's enjoying this and it'll help somebody. So I'm gonna throw you guys back on the stand, kill the mic, and get to sanding. And as you guys see, it goes pretty quick, right? Like that one little spot, I knocked it down really in short order. So the back piece will go the same, hopefully, but let's see. Back on the stand for you guys, and hopefully the view doesn't change too much. And killing the mic. Don't forget to hit the like. Yeah, guys, compressor still running overtime. So let me try to walk away somewhere where it's a little more quiet. I'll take you guys outside and then I'll jump over there and show you. I'll let the air clear a little bit so I'm not breathing in as much of that Bondo dust and crap, you know. But yeah, like I said, DA knocked it down with the 80 grit sandpaper, makes short work of that Bondo. It really helps too if you use a good quality product. This is not actually Bondo brand filler. They have all different kind of brand, name brand, cheap brand, whatever. This one is UPAL Gold. It's called DTM filler, which the DTM stands for direct to metal. So it's safe to use this and apply it directly to metal. Not all body filler is created equal, and some of it you wouldn't want to do that, you know. Some stuff it has to go over, you know, primer or epoxy, whatever you may call it. But okay, looks like the compressor has shut up for a minute, build up the pressure. So let me show you guys, since you saw what it was looking like a short time ago. Let's show you what it looks like now. So sand it down, and you see different areas there because it's been filler applied at different stages. So everything feels pretty good, pretty good. This time, I think I, for the most part, got it, but I do feel a couple of low spots. I got a low spot kind of right in this area, so I need to wipe a little more Bondo. And right here where you see the metal, I got a little too aggressive with the sanding and created a low spot. And it's one of those things where you can't really see it with the naked eye. You have to reach out and touch it, you know. So I can feel that. So I'm gonna mix up a little more filler, get it on there. But at that point, we kind of have to let it sit for at least 20 minutes to cure enough to be sandable. If you try to sand that stuff too early, it just gums up the sandpaper and makes it all nasty, you know. Salute Luxor, salute Quirky. What's up to my friend from Norway? Appreciate you. Salute to the whole chat, right? You know, I'm here working, so I'm not really monitoring the chat as closely as I should. But rest assured, I appreciate each and every one of you. Got 10 people in the chat and 10 likes, so I couldn't ask for much more. Well, I could ask for a whole lot more, but I'll be thankful and grateful for you guys, right? So thanks for being here. But yeah, as you can see, back to the matter at hand. Yeah, it didn't take a whole lot. And I don't know if I showed you guys the tool here, but this is the tool. This is a DA sander. The DA stands for, I think, diagonal, something like that. But it's basically an oscillating air tool. So with the air compressor plugged in on this end, sandpaper on this end, and this thing just rotates all around and at a high speed and makes short work of that Bondo. So that's that. They have different variations of that tool too. This happens to be one with a 6-inch pad. They have bigger pads, smaller pads, and you can even get them in electric form now in case you don't have an air compressor and you're trying to do some hobby work in your own garage or something. There's other tools out there and other options. Worst case scenario, you can do it the old school way and use a sanding block, yeah, with a piece of sandpaper on there. And these also come in all different shapes, forms, and sizes. You know, you have different contours. You may need a round block, etc. So, yep, that's that. But just wanted to share a little bit with you guys. Like I say, bro, you work a lot. You need relaxing. Man, you're right, Luxor. But best believe I'm relaxing too. Cheers. I still got an ice cold one in my hand and trying to make the best of it, you know. But I did a bit of relaxing yesterday. I still got some yard work done, but I didn't do a whole lot. Sunday is my day of rest. Every other day, I'm trying to get it while I can because, as we all know, tomorrow is not promised. And I want to bring you guys some content while I'm driving in this car. And although I know that's not gonna happen this summer because I'm here in Detroit, Michigan, the weather had already started to change, although it rebounded and we got 90 degrees today. Just the other day I had 40-degree mornings and high temperatures of 60. So by the time October, November rolls around, it'll be cold here. So I have to do what I can now. Another fun fact is my shop is not heated. I don't have conventional heat because, like I told you guys before, I'm a poor man. I'm on a budget. So I use forced air torpedo heaters running off of kerosene. So in the wintertime, I'm not able to get a whole lot done because it gets real cold, but I'll still be up here chipping away and taking you guys along for the ride. But that's why I have my sense of urgency, trying to get as much done as possible now while the weather is, you know, is favorable. Yeah. And another thing, I mean, when you're doing this kind of work, I really should have had these windows covered up and the car covered up a bit more because, as you can see, just looking at the car, this Bondo dust gets on everything. And it's going to be all inside the car, all over the seats. And as you can already see, it is a bit. So don't make that mistake if you're doing this at home. It's not really that bad, not that big a deal as long as you don't leave it to sit on the interior for a long time. So if that does happen to you, just break out your vacuum cleaner and try to knock it out. But okay, so let me end the commentary for right now. Gonna put you guys back on the stand, and let's see how many minutes are we in on here. We're only 30 minutes in. This work is going a little quick. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a small intermission to go do my breathing exercises with my smoking apparatus to get my mind right, and also sip on my after work de-stress, okay, to get a little stress off my back. Yo, see Luxor, that's why, you know, I salute you, man. You're a real one, man. You know, you spread love, you receive love, and you don't hesitate to give it back, man. And that's why you'll always go far in life, man. You're one of the few. And I appreciate the other good people that I have out there who support the channel. Thanks a lot, Sir Luxor. Guys, if you haven't already, please make sure you check out Luxor TV Vlogs channel. There's a lot of cool content, and is overall a good person. So make sure you check him out. Another person you want to absolutely be sure you check out, Quirky Lily. Another great person, fun, loving content, and a little bit of something for everybody. So you guys connect to each other, and you know, all you have to do in life is treat people the way you want to be treated, and things will be all right. It doesn't always work out in your favor. You always have those people out there who try to take advantage and whatnot, but if you try to go by those guiding principles to treat people the way you want to be treated, you'll be all right. So anyway, once again, thank you so much, Sir Luxor. Salute to you. And I'm going to go on mute once again because the compressor will be cycling on and off, right? Because I'm depleting air while I'm running the tool, and it has a slow leak anyway, so it'll constantly be kicking on to try to build the pressure to, I think I got it set at 130 PSI or something like that, so that thing will be kicking on and off. So in the meantime, guys, don't go anywhere. If you can stick around, because I'm just slightly off camera taking care of something, but I'm going to jump back on it. And when I jump back on, I more than likely have some freshly mixed body filler that I'm going to apply to hit those low spots that I showed you guys. So yeah, you might want to see that. Let me see. While we're on the cart, I think I have a little bit of the glaze putty. I'm going to show you guys at least the package. This is the glazing putty that I like to use. It's called Dolphin Glaze. You can't really tell, but it's like a liquefied filler, and it's really good to work with. It spreads real smooth and nice, and it's thin, strong, good stuff. So we'll be using some of this. I don't know if I'm going to get to it today, but again, another good thing to do is try not to mix up brands. So I'm using U-POL Gold Filler, and then with the glaze putty, I want to use the similar brand, U-POL, but Dolphin Glaze. No, this is not sponsored. Maybe one day I can partner up with these guys. But for the time being, it's a good product, so I just want to make sure I share that with you guys. So check that out if you're doing any of this kind of work. And I'll show you the other can after I mix the stuff up. But yeah, now just take a gander at the tray aka the 63, and I'll get back to you in short order. Okay, guys? Thanks again. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button, okay? If you're new here, subscribe. Thank you to everybody who's here. Olivia, I see you. A ninja, I see you. Everybody, people who have come and gone. Sorry if I missed you, but and for the 11 people out there, or the 8 or 9 people whose name I didn't call, thank you. You're appreciated. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button. This is kind of the early stages with this car, but it might be interesting to you to see how it turns out in the end. And there's other content, a lot of other great content. I think I have at least 200 videos up by now. If it's not a short, long form video, check it out. You might see something you like. And again, anybody who you see here in the chat, especially if you see them with the blue color, that means that this is somebody who I consider a friend. You make sure you try to connect to them, as you might find some other similar, or not similar, but some content that interests you. That's the words I'm searching for. So yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not really a talker, but somehow when I get on YT with you guys, I start rambling on and talking you to death. Man, I'm hot like hell, so I gotta take my beverage, and I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm looking all over the place because I put something down and I couldn't remember where it's at, but it just caught my eye. My breathing device, and that's very important. I gotta find that. Anyway, man, thank you guys. I'm having fun with you today, but hold tight. Stay as long as you can. I'll be back. I implore to you, I just want to sip a little bit of my Rona. All right. Hold tight. Hey, I'm back again real quick. As I said, if I'm going to show you the filler, now is the time to show it to you, because I don't want to take you guys in my private shop man cave over there. I try not to show you guys that section. But yeah, this is the filler I'm using. Again, you notice the brand, U-Paul, and it's the lightweight gold, so it's a higher, it's not like the top of the line. I mean, they got all different kinds, It's not the Cadillac of fillers, but it's workable, and I've had good success with it. So this is what I'm using. Once we're done with this, then we come behind it with this to take care of the imperfections. But for right now, what you're seeing on the car is this. Some of the colors are a little bit different because the mix ratio, sometimes maybe I used a little bit more hardener than normal, etc. So you might get a deeper red looking color, but overall it should be gold. And this is what it looks like before it's applied. And no, I didn't use this whole gallon on this car. I had this for a while. So it looks like peanut butter. I wish you guys could smell it, but it looks like a big ass tin of, or forgive my language, it's a big tin of peanut butter or mud. So I'm playing in the mud today. But all right, guys, let me take this back with me, because I'm gonna need it to mix up some when I pop back out here to take care of those low spots. In the meantime, hold tight. Tell your mama, tell a friend, invite them to join the stream. Tell them we're working on cars and we're working real hard to make it right. So you want to share that with your friends. Anyway, Mike is going off for a few. I'll be back. Yo, guess who's back? You know I can never stay away from you guys for long. I did take a couple big gulps of my beverage, but I wanted to show you guys the other pieces to the puzzle, right? So with the filler, when you have that filler, you need to mix it up. And, you saw like it's peanut butter consistency. It's kind of sticky, messy. So it's important to wear gloves because you don't want to get all that stuff all in your pores, and especially when the hardener gets on there, it starts sticking to your skin and all that crap, and it's a pain in the butt to get it off. So recommend you wear gloves. Full transparency, you don't have to, but it's going to be a little more cleanup, and you're exposing yourself to some chemicals you might not need to. When I first started out mixing this stuff up, I used to just use a piece of torn off cardboard and use that to mix it up, and then you just throw away the cardboard when you're done because the Bondo hardens up and gets all crusty, right? But since that time, they've come out with these things that are almost like I don't know what the proper term is, but almost like a working easel or something, like a painter would say. But they're like disposable pieces of paper. So you can see this pad right here is from the last little spread of Bondo that I did. But then if you want to just clean up and you need to do some more, you simply just tear it off, throw that sheet away, and now you got another clean slate to mix again real quick, and it's portable. You can just stick your thumb in there and you work in there right there with it. And with that, we use these spreaders. They come in different sizes, but just like you would use maybe a butter knife to spread peanut butter, we use these Bondo spreaders to spread Bondo. And these end up being like a disposable thing, man, because, after a while, they get the Bondo all crusted up on there. And you could clean them off and reuse them, but sometimes it's a hassle, so it's easier to just buy a few packs of these. That way you always have a nice, clean, fresh one. When you reuse them and maybe it has a speck of hard Bondo on there and you go to spread it, it can leave like a groove or a line that now becomes another complication where you need to try to now fill that dip or sand out that crease that it made because you had a clump of Bondo on the spreader. So just another helpful tip. When you're doing this stuff, every time you go to wipe Bondo, it's good if you can have a fresh spreader. All right. So again, guys, I'll be back. I see people jumping in and out, and it's cool. I appreciate everybody who support me, but I understand if this right now is kind of a little bit boring because I'm jumping back and forth in and out of the content, and I'm trying to take or in and out of the project, and I'm trying to take some time to explain things. I know everybody's not really into that, but for some people it's intriguing and it's good to know. It's a nice to know, not a need to know. You may never ever have any desire to do this kind of work, but it's good to have the knowledge because guarantee you down the road you might have a fender bender or run into an issue and you might need some body work. And you might say, hey, I don't want any of that Bondo shit, or that's, pardon my language, I don't want any of that Bondo crap on my car. You better do the metal work. Or let me see what you're doing. What kind of product are you using? Is it the best? Because that's my Benz that you're putting that on. Or my Cadillac, or my Opal, or whatever it is you're driving, for whatever part of the world you're in. So there's always more than one way to do it. So the more knowledge you have, the better prepared you'll be to make sure you get the best bang for your buck. And this is just how we do it here at Motor City Customs, working with old schools. But best believe this same process applies to your modern day 2024 vehicle. They're still using Bondo, fiberglass, etc., to repair vehicles that have been in collisions or, fender benders here and there. Yep. So that's that. Okay, once again, small intermission. I'm your host, Shawnee C. from Motor City Customs. Jumping in the background, but I'll be back and we'll get a little more work done, okay? Hold tight. Yeah, guys, so I'm still on my small intermission, but again, I'm terrible at doing you guys like that. So in interest of respecting everybody's time, I'm showing you as much as I can. So what we have here is a blob of the peanut butter mud or U-Paul body filler, U-Paul Gold. So you see I slapped it on the mix board. I got a spreader there, and I have some of the cream hardener. So, like for example, I could leave this here all day long and it's not gonna get hard. But as soon as I add some of this hardener and mix it up, it's gonna change colors and it's gonna set up pretty quickly depending on how much hardener I put in there. As quick as 5 minutes, but maybe as long as 20 minutes. And for sure it'll be sandable in 20 minutes. Before I start mixing, because like I said, it's real sticky, messy, and and this is a small spreader, so once I start kneading it back and forth, it starts working its way up, and before you know it, it's on your hands and fingers. So to protect myself a little bit, I'll be throwing on these latex gloves, and that way, when I'm done, keep my hands clean and I could just slide those off. So I'm gonna be mixing that up real soon, and I plan to just do it right here on top of the car here. So maybe you guys, where you're at on the stand, will get to see a little bit of that. And then I'll quickly be moving down here to the lower quarter and put it in the spots that need it. Before I mix it all up, I'm gonna rub my hand over there again so I can really make sure I put it in the right spots. Because there's nothing worse than wasting material. And although it looks like, if you look on the floor, you may think that's a lot of wasted material, but that's just part of the process for me in trying to get it right. Because like I said, I'm no expert, and I want that thing to be as flat and as smooth as possible. So I tend to put on a bit in excess, and then I just sand it down until I get that nice, good, smooth feeling when I rub that body panel. And at the end of the day, I want it to be right, you know. Hey, what's up, Maritz? Thanks for joining. Shout out, appreciate you being here. It's good to have you on the stream, okay? And to everybody else, for the people who are in the background who don't feel confident to chat, or maybe you're just a hater and you don't want to say anything, I appreciate you too. It's all good for business. It helps my analytics. So, hey, by all means, share this, hit the like button, and if you're new here, subscribe. I'm good, Maurice. Thank you. I'm pretty good, you know. I'm getting some work accomplished, and I have health and strength, so I can't complain. I could complain, but nobody wants to hear that, right? So I got a smile on my face, and I'm working hard, making the best of the day. And I really appreciate the fact that you're here to be a part of my day with me. So you're a little bit late, but you can jump back in and watch from the beginning later. But the stream will be going a little bit longer. We're almost at the 1 hour mark, and I don't think I'm going to finish it here today. But like I said, I'm just trying to finish my cold beverage, and I'm going to come back and mix up this filler here and apply it to that lower quarter, to the low spots that I have. So I've been working at this for a few days now. It's a slow process because, you know, I'm not here working on this full time. I do have other obligations, so when I get a chance, I come in here. Thank you, Maurice. It's really a nice car. It's not as beautiful as it can be, but I hope that you stick around and see the full transformation. You guys have seen some of my other work, so you know what I'm capable of. This particular build is not going to be to that extreme, but yeah, we're going to get it together. We're going to get it presentable and back on the road. Another classic, racking up miles, turning heads, and putting smiles on people's faces. And eventually, I hope to sell it for a nice profit to help somebody take ownership of their dream car and to help me to fund another project down the road. So, hey, if you really like this, talk to me. Shipping worldwide, you know. We can get it to your neck of the woods as long as that payment clears. So you know, so let's talk. This can be yours. This could be in Germany. This could be in the Philippines. This could be Jamaica. This could be all over the world. We could ship this car. So if you like it, just say the word. Yes, the heartbeat of America, Chevrolet. Yeah, and Impala, nothing beats that. You see the sign on the wall, Chevrolet service, and that's what we're doing. We're servicing this bad boy. Okay, That's cool, a ninja. Ask your friend, and hey, you let them know if you don't like red. We got the same car in blue. It needs a little different attention, but it's gonna get it for sure. It's in the right place, and we got a couple Cadillacs too, so don't be shy. If you're a car enthusiast, we can make something happen, and that also might be a service we offer down the road. Maybe you want a car, but you don't see the car here that you like. We can probably help you find it. Damn compressor. Yeah, sorry guys, but you know how it go. When you're working with air tools, you're gonna get that. So yeah, I just jumped outside real quick to not blow your eardrums if you got on a headset or headphones. But yeah, I'm gonna go finish my beverage. It's probably getting quite warm now because it's a warm day out here today. And I'm gonna put the phone back on the stand, kill the microphone. Okay, Maritz, you like the red one? Yeah, wait around because I'm not sure if we're gonna get it done, but I'm hoping to paint it before it snows here. And I'm gonna be doing the painting, so stick with me and we'll see if we can't get it a nice color with a nice luster to it. And we'll go through the whole process, right, of getting the paint on there, wet sanding it. Well, first clear coating it, wet sanding it, buffing it, shine it up real nice, and try to beautify the car quite a bit. Put the glass back in it and get all the trim on there, and yeah, make it nice again. Because that's what we do here. That's what it's all about. So yeah, with that said, I'm gonna kill the mic because that air compressor is a bit too much. But I'm gonna put you guys on the stand. Yeah, no problem. If you're working, hey, chill in the background. Like I said, we're only gonna go a few more minutes, but I want to at least mix up that last bit of Brondo and show you guys what it looks like when I spread it on the car. And maybe I'll get one more round of sanding in. But in all honesty, I don't think I'm gonna get the glazed putty on there today. But it is what it is, right? I'm the customer in this case, so it's no real rush. You know, I don't have nobody calling me like, hey, is my car done yet? Because this one is mine. All right, guys, here we go. Oh, the compressor shut up. Because it's doing well. It's leaking, but not that bad. So when it kicks on, it just needs to build up a few pounds of pressure, and it's good again. But yeah, let me get out your face. Okay, damn, I think I gotta turn you back around because of the way the stand is set up. So I'm back in your killing the mic. Okay, I think that's good, right? You guys good with that view? Will you be able to see when I'm mixing? I think that's good there. Okay, I'll leave you for a little bit here. Let me go kill the rest of this beverage, and then I'm gonna jump back on it. So hang maybe 5 minutes most, and then we're gonna be jumping on mixing up this filler and getting a spread on that lower quarter, and maybe potentially some sanding. But at that point, we'll wrap it up. So hey, if you just jumped in, don't forget to hit the like button, okay? If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And yeah, check out some of the old content when you have time. In a minute, guys. Okay, it was less than 5 minutes. I finished that cold beverage, and now get these gloves on and get to mixing on this filler and get it spread on the car, you know? All right, so it's not really an exact science, but this is a little bit more than a golf ball size of filler, but normally what I do is I take the hardener and I just make a line straight across this big lump and then mix it all in. But even with doing that, with this particular hardener, it's pretty aggressive. So this stuff, you don't have much working time with it. You might get 5-10 minutes maximum and it's already starting to harden. So when that happens, that's a problem if you're still trying to wipe it or spread it onto the panel, because now it's all clumpy and it's not spreading. And it already has that thick peanut butter consistency, right? So I think this time I might use a little bit less, especially looking at the time and knowing some of my other responsibilities. I don't have time to finish it up. So ideally what's gonna happen here is I'm gonna apply this, get as much as possible spread, but I'm not gonna get to the sanding. As a matter of fact, I should just turn the compressor off now so that thing don't kick on and kill the vibe and blow your eardrums if you got on the Bluetooth. So let me hop over there to the compressor. I'm gonna shut it down and then we'll come throw the hardener in here and mix this up and spread it live. So 1 second. All right, so that was a short walk away. Compressor has been disabled, so it won't be kicking back on. I really could roll this hose up, but I'll just leave it here since I'll be back tomorrow. Now, the one problem we're facing here is I know that rain is on the way, and I know that I have a leak or two, or let's just be honest and say major roof leak. If I guys showed you a video, you'd cry for me. It's like a waterfall coming through the ceiling. I really am considering putting up a GoFundMe, but I already know it ain't gonna work. So I'll wait till the channel blows up a little bit more before I try that. And in the meantime, I'll keep working hard and trying to fix it on my own. But I have a real issue there. And this kind of work and water don't mix well. So I don't know when exactly it'll get wrapped up. What I'm trying to do is really only a couple hours worth of work. But realistically, I only get a couple hours on the car every day, and if the weather is bad, I'm gonna get 0 hours on the car. So sometimes things take a little bit longer than you would anticipate based on normalcy. But anyway, okay, so here we go with the mud. I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze some of the hardener in there. Hopefully you guys can see. Here it comes. Little burgundy blob. And this time I put less than normal. You see that? It's not that much, but that really is enough. Normally I put twice that amount, but like I said, I end up with less working time. So since I'm trying to be able to spread and work with this a little bit more, I'm just going with a little bit. So let's mix it. Just like some of my friends, you guys may be in the kitchen baking something. You gotta knead the dough. See the color start to change. And that's the real indication. Like, it's always like kind of subjective, like when do you stop mixing? When is enough? But you kind of see the color change, right? When you see no more of that light gold color, which is this filler's color, then you know you probably did enough. Because it is important to get it right. If you don't put enough hardener, this stuff will never harden, and it'll be like mush and, you know, a sponge. Basically, it'll be crap on the side of your car, and you'll end up having to do it all over again. Or, God forbid, it hardens just enough and you didn't notice that it wasn't fully hardened. That'll cause you a problem, depending on how far you got. So if you actually painted the car and you had some filler that wasn't 100% hard, it will let you know later. And that's bad if it's somebody else's car. Really bad, you know? I mean, it's bad if it's your car too, but it's really bad if somebody paid you to do it and you didn't get it right. Okay, so you guys see that consistency now. It's pretty much, yeah, I mean, it's not 100, but it's mixed good enough to where I can apply it. So I got to stop talking because it still will start to set up. So I'm going to go hit the car now and start wiping it in the low spot. And I'm actually going to take one glove off because I need to feel it. There's a little bit there. Alright, so we wipe a little bit there. Down in here we need some. Yep, and just like that, guys, it's already started to harden. So as you can see there, I didn't get much working time at all. Even that little bit of hardener was a little bit too much. If you guys see now, look, it's not spreadable anymore. It's hard. Yeah, so I could literally, like, you see that? It's coming off in a big old chunk now. So, yeah, because the temperature, right, like I was telling you guys a little bit earlier, it's almost 90 degrees here today, and it's very humid. So when you consider those factors, and even though I just used a little bit of hardener, right, I just used a small portion of hardener in that nice size of filler, it didn't take long, and it's already hardened. So let me show you guys how it ended up. And thanks to all of you guys who are still here. A lot of people have already jumped in and out of the stream, but I appreciate those of you who are stuck around. So here we go. So this is what I was able to wipe on there in that short duration of time. I had a low spot there. So, and it's a fairly good wipe. When you wipe it on there, you want to have it nice and smooth like that, not with a bunch of divots and dips. Here's an example of what you don't really want. You see like that divot there and there. You know, that's when I was running out of time because it set up a lot quicker than I expected. But no big deal because I was really only needing a little bit in that area. I wiped on more than I really needed, so most of it is going to end up like that dust on the ground. But overall, it was a success today. That little dogleg piece I pretty much got finished. That I could really hit with the glazed putty, but you know, we'll save something for tomorrow. Maybe when I get here after work tomorrow, the rain wouldn't have started yet, so we can at least hit that with the glazed putty, and we'll fire the compressor back up, get the DA out, sand this down because this just had those couple of low spots. And yeah, I'll DA it, buzz it down with the DA, and hit it with the glazed putty, and we'll be winning. Oh snap, we don't want to drop the DA on the ground. Yeah, so that's that, guys. You know, it's not perfect, but we're getting there. We're making forward progress, which is what it's all about, you know. one step at a time, you know. What they say, Rome wasn't built in a day. So don't beat yourself up if you set a goal or an objective and you didn't get everything accomplished all at once. You know, tomorrow's another day. But at the same time, you keep in mind that tomorrow's not promised. You know, tomorrow for some people is not going to come. And what they didn't finish, they'll be left for somebody else, or that project will be abandoned. So, you know, do what you can, but be reasonable and be considerate to others. Yeah, because even myself, right? I got other people counting on me, looking forward to see me today. Um, Today was actually my kids' first day back to school for the school year here in Michigan or Detroit or in my particular area. Today was the first day for back to school for the kids. And right now I still have 4 that are still in school, you know, so, and ironically, because of the heat, they had an early dismissal. So they're at home waiting to see me, and likewise, I'm waiting to see them and hear about their day at school today. And they saw they're reunited with all their friends or whatever, you know, whatever journey they might have been through. So although I love you guys and appreciate you for being here, unfortunately, you're not my number one priority. You're way up there. You're high up on the list, but yeah, that's, you know, back to what I was saying. Just keep things in perspective, whatever you're doing, you know. Remember the overarching objectives and overarching pillars in your life, right? Certain things that you can't go around that. So do what you can, entertain the masses, but keep it 100 with yourself and your family. Yeah. So, with all of that said, guys, I really appreciate you being here. And once again, apologies for the lack of the weekend stream. But as you can see, the work did not stop. Before I leave here today, I am going to clean this up. I'm going to sweep up all of this stuff, because especially if it rains, it's just going to wash all over the damn place. So, you know, but I'm going to spare you guys all of that. So I'll roll that hose up, put some things away, and sweep up this dust. And you know what? That's probably going to be it. I'm going to call it a day. Throw the car covers back over these cars, because it's evident by the puddle here, I got a roof issue. And rain is on the horizon. So we got to cover up these precious old schools so they don't get waterlogged, especially this one, considering the windshield and the back glass are not installed yet. So that is it for today. I'm your host, Shawnee C. Hey, Jim, thanks for being here, man. Hey, I love your content, man. I didn't really tell you guys, but one of my former hobbies, or one of those things that is still a hobby, is photography. And I love just being out in nature or even just in the urban environment, capturing urban architecture or nature. So, Jim, I really appreciate your content, man. And yeah, I appreciate the fact that you support this channel too. So keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And we'll live vicariously through each other. All right. But yeah, thanks again, everybody. Appreciate you. We got this project in full swing. And man, I'm already happy with how it's looking. I really am. The other side is going to be up for grabs on what I'm doing. I'm still on the fence if I'm going to splice in the metal or just throw some fiberglass and Bondo at it. So we'll see. All right, guys. And like I started to say, I'm your host, Shawnee C. from Motor City Customs. Really appreciate you being here. And we are out. We're going to see you again in the very near future. Stay tuned. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And if nothing else, stick with me. We'll be back real soon. Take care.